Hi, I'm Davey.
I'm Jade. We are Blaqk Audio.
And you are watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I'm so excited to be here with Blaqk Audio today. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
So thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks for having us.
It's my pleasure. So last month you dropped your latest record release material. So kind of just tell us, what's been the coolest thing to happen since you unleashed this new album?
The coolest thing has been this tour for us, I believe.
Certainly.
Since material came out, we have been on tour, I don't know, 2.5 weeks maybe at this point, and the shows have been fantastic. We've been playing some cities that we've never played before. On the Sex Cells tour, we missed out on Seattle, and we had never played St. Paul. Had we played Portland before?
I don't know.
I don't know either, Portland, but you were great. And the shows have really been stellar. It's been a pleasure to be out here touring on the record.
This is only your second tour as Blaqk Audio.
It's our second proper tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. On Bright Black Heaven, we did a small string of shows on the west coast of the United States, right?
Well, 2 tours in 15 years is about right? That's what bands usually do.
I mean, it's more
That's
than
what I thought,
most
anyways.
bands.
Yeah,
I mean, what do you
we're doing
expect
pretty
from
good.
us?
Which, going back to the album, I love all the different nuances because you definitely dive into some more industrial rock grooves, and then, excuse me, you have some like real EDM tracks on the album. So do you feel like you removed all thresholds when just going in to make this record?
I think we've kind of always done that. You know, we don't really go in thinking like this is going to sound like an 80s record or a dance record. It's just, let's just make some songs, electronic songs that we like. If that's going to be drum and bass or industrial or, you know, house music, whatever it is, we're going to just do it.
And the single Anointed has this massive chorus. And I also like the kind of 80s retro-inspired video you put out for it. What was it like putting that whole thing together?
Making the video for Anointed was one of the easiest video processes we've ever experienced.
Really?
Yeah, it was a joy, and honestly, for me, I feel it's one of the best videos that I've been a part of. It was really fun. Most of it was shot on a green screen in Adam,
Mine wasn't.
the director's house. Oh, not most of yours, right?
Mine is shot in an apartment.
Yeah, you were actually
a very dark apartment.
Practical.
Yeah.
Most of mine was shot on a green screen. In fact, I think all of mine, right?
I think so,
Yeah, including the moment where I reach out and almost touch you.
Yeah, you weren't
You
there.
should watch
I
the video.
remember.
I
when
thought
we
that
shot
wasn't green screen.
I think it was.
He was not there. It was all by myself.
It was. I faked it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, you weren't. This is boring. Go on.
Well, when you're in the studio, how do you know when something's going in the direction of a Blaqk Audio song versus an AFI song? Is there like a defining characteristic?
By the time we get to the studio, we already know what the song is. We don't really create in the studio. Once we're tracking, we know what the song is. But generally, Jade will write electronica, and that'll be Blaqk Audio. I mean, for the most part.
Yeah, sometimes I'll send him an AFI song and be like, might end up being a Blaqk Audio song. This kind of sounds like Blaqk Audio. And be like, yeah, that kind of sounds like Blaqk Audio. And then it'll like veer over there and end up in that world.
Yeah, I think we have some new Blaqk Audio songs that occurred that way.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I like seeing in your feed all the fans that have the hashtag #GetAnointed and the Q on their forehead. How did that start?
It was before the record came out that we started the Anointed campaign to preface the release of the record, and we had released some images of people who had put the Q on their head, and then we reprised that in the video, and it just kind of grew from there.
What's been one of the coolest moments you've had with a fan who, has either gotten anointed and had the Q on their forehead? Like, do you see that a lot at shows still?
Actually, I have seen a couple.
Yeah?
Now that you mention it, it's funny. Until you mention that, a lot of times what I experience on stage will register and then be gone by the time I get off stage, and I'll have flashes. And until you just jog my memory, I'd forgotten. But yeah, I've seen a few of the Qs in the audience. It's cool.
I came across an article and was kind of touching upon how some of the first cassettes you bought were Duran Duran, Culture Club, Depeche Mode. I absolutely love music from that era, and it seems very important to both of you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think back to 80s music, who are some bands that you just absolutely adore from that?
Well, you've just named
3 of them.
Some of the bands.
Cure, the Smiths.
The Cure, the Smiths, Depeche Mode, Echo and the Bunnymen, the Psychedelic Furs.
Human League.
Yeah, Human League, OMD and Spandau Ballet, and Duran Duran, and
of course all the
Pet
punk
Shop
and stuff that was
Boys.
coming out then. But
yeah, so much great punk then, and
everyone always
rock
thinks their
too.
generation is the best music.
Yeah.
But I really think the 80s had something indefinable.
Something special.
That I don't think will ever be created again. The way it impacted culture and still does to this day. I mean, I'm very proud to have grown up in that era. I feel very old.
Well, on material.
I grew up in the 90s.
Yeah.
He's much younger than me.
On material, there are some very, very danceable tracks. Do you guys like dancing in public, or are you more so dancers behind closed doors?
I'm a public dancer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Get me at a wedding. I'm on the dance floor the whole time till it closes down. I'm a big wedding dancer.
Really?
Yeah, I love to dance at weddings. I'll be dancing tonight too.
Oh, okay.
Behind my keyboard.
We'll
Yeah.
both be dancing
very
quite
nice.
publicly.
What are some of your favorite dance moves to kind of break out into?
I'm mainly a headspin man.
I'm a backspin is where
like
I
a couple
am.
hours of headspin, and that's pretty much my whole thing.
I'm
That's
going to
what known
hold you
for.
to that tonight.
Yeah, you're gonna see it. Then I
Oh,
just
yeah.
some feet spinning around behind the keyboard.
It's funny because a lot of bands I feel have a really hard time keeping together that one band. And for you guys, you've been able to manage 3. So you think it really just comes down to friendship in the end?
Musicians are assholes, you know, so that's really the main problem with keeping bands together. And we've been able to maintain a friendship and civility that allows us to not break up, I think.
Also, yeah, I mean, also having multiple groups together allows us to have a greater comfort in doing what we do, because we're not limited at all, and we have the opportunity to create in different areas, and that keeps us together.
And ego, I think we don't have ego when it comes to music with each other. We're not trying to, we got to do my song because I wrote it. Or no, these lyrics we got to do. It's like we're just very open, and there's no kind of that kind of. That's what breaks up a lot of bands, is like everyone thinks that they're the best.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so.
And we don't do drugs.
We both think we're the worst, and we don't do drugs.
Yeah, we are the worst, and we don't do drugs, and that keeps us together.
Well, knowing one another for so long, what are some of your favorite things about each other?
I'm working with each other is one of
It's
the
getting very personal.
is the best things, but also I will say this: he's one of the funniest human beings. He may be the funniest. No, he's the
He
funniest human
is.
being I've ever met.
I can't say anything funny because I'm so on the spot. It's gonna be so whack if I try to make a
Pressure.
joke.
Go.
Working together, it's really, this is not funny, this is serious. It's very, we have a synergy, I think, that we don't have apart. We've done things apart, a lot of things separately, but when we're together, there's just something that is, like I was saying earlier, like we're like a Voltron robot, like when we come together and we do something bigger than what we could do on our own in the things that we do.
We'll sometimes write the same thing, he and I.
Really?
Yeah, like when we're working on things, we'll simultaneously come up with.
And are you just used to that now? Like there's no surprise
Actually,
factor? Or?
I mean,
Yeah, we'll work on a song and I'll be like, I think we should, and he'll be like, I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna
It's
say
already
this, and I'll
done.
be like, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I guess, have you spotted any quirks or anything? Nothing that you don't like, but anything kind of funny or weird about one another over the
I
years?
mean, we wouldn't really know. We're so
Used to one
each
another.
other. We don't really. It's kind of like picking your favorite song or something. We can't step back and
Yeah.
and really observe us in that way. I think that would be easier for someone else to do.
Yeah, I'm sure
But
we
they-
have lots of idiosyncrasies
Oh,
that
yeah.
anyone else could be like, oh man, this guy does this. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
So to wrap everything up today, is there anything you want to say to all of your fans who are going to be viewing the interview?
Thank you for watching. We are Blaqk Audio.
Thanks,
Thank you.
fans.
Thank you for coming to the shows. Thank you for listening. We really, really do appreciate it.
And just thanks to both of you for your time. So happy that we could do this.
Thanks for
Awesome.
having
Thank
us.
you.
My pleasure. And remember, to everybody viewing, you can visit us at musicblogya.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more with your favorite bands. See you next time.